the professor? He's got a big board for us.
The biggest, stupidest thing of the week, which is NBA, the big one on PS5 and Xbox and whatever, was released. They released a WNBA version, and Angel Reese is on the cover. Now, I don't know about you guys and how much you play video games, but I actually played this game with the kid last night, and we had to play a game to 11 like you would at
you were playing WNBA video games?
Oh, my God.
We had to play the version to 11 like the rec league game because we didn't have time to start like a season. And playing Angel Reese as a WNBA character, game to 11, it took us 4.5 hours before 11 playing Angel Reese WNBA game. I played the Angel Reese team. I was 9 of 75 on the floor, and that was a good shooting night.
Did they show an actual ball or just a brick on the video game? I would imagine
He just has a brick.
Just depicted as a brick. Yeah.
The time.
Wake up with Defo, joined by Lubie. Welcome to the Defo Show.
Very pleasant. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Defo Show. That's Mike Lubie. Lubitz over there, the handsome guy. I'm Jeff DeForest, and we've got a little hybrid type of edition today because it's going to be an abridged Reader's Digest edition. We're only going to be able to be with you until 8:30. Lubie, of course, his lovely wife Shirley carrying child.
Yes.
And there is an appointment dealing with how things are going. They seem to be going extremely smoothly. So that's great. So we just keep the thing going. So we got to bail out about 8:30, but we do have old school on tap here with one Tony Segreto, and we're going to bring him in right away because we want to get it all in. And there he is, looking.
There he is.
This is really getting.
Yeah, it's really freaking weird.
Bizarre.
Like, it's not like you didn't look great here, but you're not supposed to look better in 60s when it's like 90s here.
And every week, though.
Yeah, this is weird.
Aging wonder. I think it would be ageless wonder, but in this case, I've never seen a guy age more gracefully. Tony, how are you, my friend?
It's 63 here.
Oh, you're just
shut up. I mean, come on. It can't be.
You're just a jerk off at this point.
Shut his whole thing off.
I know.
Goodbye.
It's going to be 150 in the shade here, Tony, and then thunderstorms, the usual summer day here in South Florida. Anyway, we're happy to be here. You're happy to be there, and we're happy to have you on the program. We have much on the agenda here today, even though it notoriously was known as Black Wednesday. And I got this from the great Eddie Kaplan many years ago. He said, you know what tomorrow is? I'm like, I don't know, Eddie. What the hell is tomorrow? It's Wednesday. He goes, no, it's Black Wednesday. I said, why is that? He says it's because it's the one day of the year where there's not a single thing to wager on. Nothing. I mean, unless you want to consider horse racing. But as far as sports betting goes, because the All-Star game was played on Tuesday and there were no games scheduled and there was really nothing else going on in terms of wagering activity.
And they have to travel today.
Yeah, well, and there are actually no baseball games scheduled now till Friday. Usually they have a Saturday game on Thursday, so
yes,
have another day off. So the WNBA though has seized this opportunity. Speaking of Angel Reese, very appropriate clip there from the professor. Although I think the professor has to be very careful, Louie, and you might want to bury that clip because did you see what was happening with Shaq and RG3 with regard to Angel Reese?
Yeah, I know there's like a thing. And Shaq's now weighed in. I didn't see the actual.
Shaq has claimed he is going to punch RG3 in the effing face if he continues to troll Angel Reese, who, of course, is an LSU alum, and Shaq very close to the LSU program. Played his basketball there in college. I don't know what is going on with that. Are you aware of this story? You're a girl.
No, I didn't hear this. I didn't hear this story here.
Apparently, RG3 is putting out some stuff that is on the fringes of. I don't know if it's on the fringes. I haven't seen it, but is sort of racist, at least in the eyes of Shaq, and he's tired of everybody taking shots at Angel Reese, and he says that if RG3 doesn't put a stop to this right away, the next thing you know, it's going to get violent. So I don't know if you want to bury that clip from the professor because it actually.
I got to say this.
Yeah,
the women are just they're standing out there. They're just waiting to get nailed every time, and it's not fair. All due respect to the professor, but
Oh, he was just thinking an allusion to the idea, and I noticed that maybe it's changing. But Angel Reese, as much as she's talked about as a player, and she has already, I think, established a record for double doubles in WNBA play. So she's getting double-digit points and rebounds as often as, and well, I mean, more frequently than anybody else ever has in league history, and faster. But her shot was not exactly something that you're thinking, "Hey, this is the second coming of Allen, Ray Allen."
It's not supposed to be. They're playing their game.
You sound like Sarney.
Well, it doesn't mean that you got to be, tossing bricks up there at a
How does
20%
it look
shooting rate.
like?
Come on.
Why does it look like the game I played, but different?
Come on, Tony. Now you're bordering on,
Sounds like Sarney. It's fine.
like a Republican cover up here. I mean, we're watching this. She is not a good shooter. You would have to say that.
Oh no, she's not a good shooter, but it's either is pick
There's a lot of guys. Yeah, there's a lot of guys.
player that's not a good shooter.
For somebody that I'm just saying, for somebody that draws this level of attention.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, yes.
you don't see these bricklayers in the NBA getting the kind of attention. I mean, she is probably second in attention in the league to
It's Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. And much of that caused by the fact that they seem to have this running acrimony, although they say that it's
Supposedly
not.
don't. Yeah, it's on the court, which is where it's supposed to be, and off the court, they're not best friends. It's sort of old school, where off the court they're fine.
Bird
but they're
magic.
not friends. Exactly. On the court.
Well, Bird and Magic now are best friends.
Yeah. But back in the and they never hated each other, Bird and
No.
Magic. They always had a respect. Even in youth, they just, it was old school. You weren't going to go grab drinks with the team that just beat you by 15. Like that's weird.
Next week, I'll bring the picture down. I interviewed both of them together.
Oh, wow.
On stage.
Oh, my God.
On stage for an hour.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was funny. It was insightful. It was gut wrenching. It was all those things. But man, I haven't laughed that hard.
Oh, you're talking about Magic and Bird.
Yeah.
You're talking about Reese and Clark. I was thinking, when did you do that?
No. He would. He's
No, no, they're great, man. I mean, Magic Johnson was always a charming character, and Larry Bird brought out more of his personality after his playing career was over.
But Bird, Bird's a quiet guy, but Bird's funny as hell.
Yeah, supposedly he is.
Well, and one of the great trash talkers, maybe the best ever.
Oh, yeah.
The NBA, most people would say that, and you've seen examples of it.
Magic said the first time he was on the court with Bird, Bird just raked him, just destroyed him with so many words. You can imagine what they were.
Yes.
Oh, he was. There's an art to it. Rodman was more of a physical type when it came to getting underneath your skin there. But Bird, I mean, having seen many examples of it, definitely could cause you to start thinking about what he was saying more so than playing your game. All right, what did you think about the All-Star game, Tony Segreto? The All-Star game last night, did you catch any of it? I actually tuned in late. And we were kind of panning the whole All-Star thing.
I feel bad I didn't watch it at all.
Turned out to be really good, both of them.
Yeah, it was great. But it's a tradition in our house that we sit down and we watch the All-Star game. And after about the fourth inning, you get tired, you go to bed, and you wake up. And then you see it's in the ninth inning. It's down. They're down 1 or something.
They were down 2 going in the ninth, the American League.
Yeah, they tied it up, and then it's Kyle Schwarber just.
That was great.
3 for 3, man. He just cranked them.
Which is why we were saying that the home run derby was missing a guy like Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're missing Otani, we're missing Judge, but I thought those guys staged a pretty good show. I mean, with the exception of Jazz Chisholm, everybody actually put on a pretty good performance, I thought.
So it went to a swing off, but they didn't have any of the heavy. Like I don't get, even in a swing off, you can't have your guys. Like,
Yeah, that was weird.
Otani didn't like. I get, these guys don't want to do a home run derby. So was that it? Like I'm curious to see what comes out after that, because a lot of people are saying it was amazing, great game, swing off, but why did none of the real home run hitters?
Yeah, I mean,
hit home runs.
That was my question.
You got Stowers in there from the Marlins, which great for him. I know he had 3 home runs in his last game before the All-Star break. Went 5 for 5. Kid's really coming on and making you think, oh, all right, maybe this isn't such a disaster. But I mean, you're going to put him up there instead of Otani? You got to be kidding me.
Like, what are you doing?
What the hell? I mean, are you trying to win this thing? They got this new thing, which I don't know. Would that be a viable substitute for the whole business where everybody's all ticked off about throwing a guy out on second base? Just to do some kind of variation of that? Would people be satisfied with that, Tony, or is that taking it too far away? I mean, they have the shootout in hockey to break ties. I guess regular season you're playing it out, but they try to shorten it up, and it's been effective, right? Putting that guy out at second base. You don't see 20 inning games anymore. Like you used to.
I think the swing off is great.
Yeah, people seem to really enjoy it.
Liked it.
I think for the first time in years, Major League Baseball has honed in on a formula for them that works.
What do you think about the pitcher's challenge? How many challenges do you get, Lubie? Did you catch this? I didn't really. No,
Yeah.
but the pitcher could challenge, the manager could challenge, the catcher could challenge.
The
Center
manager
fielder's going,
can't.
that was a strike. I mean,
The manager can't challenge.
no,
So the pitcher and the catcher can challenge, but not the manager.
No.
I didn't catch
I'm
the
sorry,
actual rule. But,
I don't know that.
yeah, we're going to need a clarification on that.
Sorry, we call out to you.
Clarification. Get it, Lubie.
Yeah, look, I don't.
But I don't know how many you get in totality
2.
during the game. That's it, because I saw like 3 in a matter of seconds there.
2.
Like, and I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. Although I would have to say, if you were blaming the umpire for being blind, anybody could have missed those calls, and
Yes.
all of them were reversed, actually,
Yes.
which was kind of interesting. And then you saw the beauty of a contact hitter with this guy Kwan there in the 9th inning. I got home from where I was at in about the 7th inning. I turned it on, and I thought it was really entertaining. I mean, you're watching Diaz come out of the bullpen, the Mets closer, and he's got this attitude. And here's Kwan. He never strikes out. I think he had the 2nd or 3rd lowest strikeout ratio in Major League Baseball. And he just keeps getting a bat on a ball, and then boom, he hits this little dribbler towards the third baseman who had just made his very spectacular, similar play earlier in the inning for the first out. You can't get Kwan, who, I mean, is racing down the first baseline. I loved seeing that. He was like Charlie Hustle there, running out, trying to make it. And that,
I get
the tying run.
I get the feeling that the first 5 innings, the players are just in it for the fun of it. And then when it gets tied, there's something competitive about each team, each player. To me, I mean, they just step it up a notch. I thought it was great. I thought it was absolutely great.
Yeah, it was stimulating, the All-Star game. I don't know that anybody's dogging it, though. Having played in various Little League All-Star games or whatever, you want to make sure you get a hit. You want to do your best. If you have a chance to make a defensive play, you want to shine. I don't know that anybody's jaking it early in an All-Star game, just taking it easy, because who wants to look bad, right? I don't know. You're out there. It's a big showcase. I can't imagine, at the NBA All-Star game, well, we know that nothing happens until the final couple of minutes, but that's kind of
I'm
true.
not saying that they
I mean, if you have one at bat in an All-Star game, Tony, are you really going to go up there and go, oh, well, I don't care? Yeah, no, you're going to try and hit a home run, no?
Yes.
Look, I think these gimmicky things are never my favorite thing, and Andy's not wrong in this world of gambling. Like, I don't know, you definitely wouldn't implement something like this into a regular season, but we keep asking for them to do things and try things to make these All-Star games more fun. And I'm not gonna lie, because I just assumed it was gonna be boring because the last few ones have been. I didn't watch. I own it. Between pregnant wife, my in-laws came over. I didn't make an appointment watching. I will say I regret that. Like waking up this morning, looking at Twitter, like people praising the All-Star game. Good for them. Like it's different. It is weird. I don't know how you bet on it, but especially if it's a one at bat thing, you're definitely gonna try. I mean, it's a full stadium. Like you'd feel like Jazz didn't hit him out, but he was trying. It wasn't like Jazz didn't want to hit him out.
He was really trying.
You're gonna go for it. So
and then that Mizorowski guy coming in there from the Brewers throws everything at 100 plus.
I keep thinking his name is Mazeroski.
Yeah, I mean, gonna knock one out of Pirates. But and it was questionable. I guess the kid's only made 5 starts, and he was named to the All-Star game. But everything he's doing has been so sensational. And
oh my God, he's off the charts.
They nearly tagged him, though. I mean, the 3 outs he got were all well hit balls. One looked like Rosarina looked like he had one out of the park, and then the other balls. I mean, he got 2 flyouts, but both were pretty well hit, and he also gave up a hit. But he was all smart. Now, see, the thing is, I guess to your point, he just seemed to be enjoying it. Like, he thought it was a thrill, and that if he performed well, I don't think he wasn't gonna kill himself if it didn't go well for him because he was happy to be there. But at the same time, he wanted to show off his best stuff. Anyway, yeah, I think they did real well. Lubie and I were kind of panning the things, saying, "Oh, the home run derby's got nobody, and who cares about the All-Star game?" Because we just happen to be the home for a particularly dull All-Star game.
Yes.
That year when the game. Well, were you at that game at Lone Shark Park when they played the All-Star game here, Tony? I'm sure you probably were out there in attendance. No,
that game.
And yeah, it was just a boring game. I don't know, just slowly moving. And
there wasn't a lot of.
I was at the 1980 game I think it was in New York, and I was at the 1985 game, sitting there as a fan. So I've been to a few, but I love them. You get to see all the guys in one area, and for a baseball purist, and I just love the game. I just love the game. I love to see them play. I love to see them all the guys play together. It's a preview of what the Olympics will be like.
Yeah, maybe so. I guess we got the World Baseball Classic coming up. I was never that big of a fan of that, but
people get into it.
It only draws a lot of attention, and a lot of fanfare. It's the only time you've ever seen a full stadium at Lone Shark Park. And I love it when the people, they got tuba players in the crowd, and everybody's banging drums. It's
Zellas.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick time out here and then come back with more with Tony Segreto. We got to get into this Teddy Bridgewater thing, see what he thinks about
it. Jesus.
And whatever else is transpiring in the sporting landscape, we'll discuss it with Tony Segreto as we go old school again in a moment. Now that. The time. It's 8:19.
Hey, folks, Tony Segreto here. Let me ask you a question. What do you look for when you go out to eat? Good food, obviously, friendly atmosphere, not too loud, but good energy, reasonable prices, and a place where you feel comfortable. All those ingredients, no pun meant there, are hard to find unless you're talking about the Texas Roadhouse. You see, they encompass all of those attributes. Really, really good food, amazing atmosphere, good for a family, good for a date, or just a night out for yourself, and prices that will make you extremely happy. Their ribs unmatched, steaks hand-cut every day. Everything, and I mean everything, is made on site, including their incredible bread. It's the one day, folks, that you can forget about low-carb diets. Trust me when I tell you, Texas Roadhouse, your restaurant, your destination when you say, where should we go and eat tonight?
From the newly renovated sports bar to the beautiful bayside views captured at the Tiki Bar, Jimmy Johnson's Big Chill has it all. Located at mile marker 104, the Big Chill also offers waterfront dining while experiencing breathtaking sunset views of the Florida Keys. It's simply the hottest spot in the Keys to cool off. That's Jimmy Johnson's Big Chill at mile marker 104 in Key Largo. For more information, call today at 305-453-90.
What we gonna do right here is go back. way back into time.
We are now kicking it old school with the one and only Tony Segreto. Brought to you by Texas Roadhouse.
Tell me, doctor, where are we?
All right, herein lies the confusion after watching this thing because I hadn't seen it before. But you do get 2 challenges per game on the pitch. But if your challenge is successful, you don't lose the challenge. So you get 2 losing challenges, basically. And if the call is overturned, you still have the opportunity to do it again, which is why I think I saw one team challenge 3 pitches in the same inning.
Jesus.
And I guess anybody can go ahead and initiate the challenge, including the pitcher and the catcher, because I saw each of those occasions occur. And I think I also saw one where the manager said, "Hey, check that out." But that's the way that went. I don't know. Is that something you would be in favor of instituting on a regular basis, Tony Segreto, as we continue at old school here with Tony?
If it slows the game down, no.
Didn't seem to take long. I mean, it wasn't like they were going to New York, and I mean, they just put the thing up, and if the ball was got a piece of the strike zone, they went ahead and called it a strike. So, yeah,
Explain why you take it out of the man. Like I get as a player, sometimes you get frustrated, but if you watch in the NBA, after every play, the players do this. Dude, it's the first quarter, 9 minutes left. Like they're not using the review on an out of bounds ball when
you could get them on every pitch, every play.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think it's cool as a guy who's played my whole life, and I always loved to bitch about calls, to be able to do it. Isn't that why you have the manager do it? Because you don't trust the player to not. And I'm sure they look to the manager and this and that, but like I'm curious why they would take it out of the manager. I mean, I get it's an All-Star game, fun and games, but
well, who's got the best view of whether the ball was in the strike zone or not?
The catcher.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that. I'm in favor of it. I really would love to see that instituted on a regular basis, regular season. I guess I don't know. I think it's coming.
The pitcher and the catcher have got to be involved. But that's it. That's it.
Interesting.
Yeah, because
I mean, not the manager, not anybody else, because the manager's over in the dugout.
Yeah, but he's probably been yelling at the guy, "Hey, you fat bleep! How are you going to give this guy?"
I was sitting in the dugout with Dick Williams one time, and he just rode the umpire. He and Billy Martin. Oh my God! I was sitting on the bench with Billy Martin one time. Oh my God! He just rode.
Did it ever help? Because I'm the kind of guy that works the refs, and I never got the benefit. And I learned after 8 years of doing that, maybe don't write the refs.
well,
apologizing to the refs.
Yeah, exactly. Treat them like they're God.
Not a major league umpire, but they figure if it's going to wear on them, it's going to wear on them by the 8th inning. So
may get a call.
Yeah. Oh, those guys would have been experts at it. Dick Williams, who I think deep down probably was a nice guy, but he really came off as kind of a gruff, old school sort when he was in the dugout. All right, what do you think about this whole Teddy Bridgewater thing? I don't know if you've been following it up in Vermont. Teddy Bridgewater, of course, went to Miami Northwestern things when a guy who's got all the money in the world doesn't need to do anything, goes back and thinks he's going to give back to youth and support the people that helped launch his career. He comes back, he wins a state championship with Northwestern, and now is under suspension. And there seems to be a wave of emotion and feeling that this is really the kind of scrutiny we don't need. Now, where do you stand on this? Are you one of those rules guys, Tony, or do you believe that in bending whatever rules it was that he was outside the guidelines and parameters of by helping these players out with food and rides and different things that he was doing? I mean, it's not like he was paying some kid to come from another state and go to Miami Northwestern. Where do you stand with that? Should he be scrutinized? And
if he's buying food, if he's giving a player a ride, no, not at all.
Well, look, I'm thinking about, like, I can see the old concern would be, well, then it's going to be an advantage. But as we know, St. Thomas does it with players. Heritage does it with players. Chaminade Madonna does it with players. Central is not a public school, and they're well known to do it with players. So, like, and we always used to make fun of Tony for this, and Tony seems to have sort of come to our side a little bit. But like, I get the idea of amateurism, but if people are already doing it and he's doing it for good, there was no words that he was bringing in players from other counties or other countries, Slovakia, some kicker that never stepped on foot on America, but now is kicking in a high school game against Ely. Like, it's weird. Like, that's been going on for 40 years, Mr. Smith. Like, which is fine. People, and now a lot of schools do it. Okay, so, and we have so many ex-players living down here. Then maybe it'll get more players into coaching who have money and want to give it back to, like, I'm trying to find the negative here. And
I'm trying to find the negative too, Lubie, and I can't. Now, if he was bringing players in from other states, or
Well, I guess these were kids that were going to be going to school anyway.
Yes,
it's not exactly
you have to eat.
Players neighborhood.
No,
God bless them. These players, they got to eat. They got to get from here to there. I mean, point A to point B. I mean, I don't know about when you were in high school, but I was in high school. You had 2 nickels to rub together.
Yeah.
That was it.
I mean, I just it's stuck on the two sides of your mouth. Like, people always get on players for not giving back, so now players are giving back, and then you get on them still. It's like,
Yes.
okay.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Oh, you would think that the high school association, whoever regulates this, would want to encourage these kind of people to come back and be at these schools. It's not like he organized some booster group and they're pouring money in. I mean, I'm assuming that he was doing this on his own, out of his own pocket, and as part of a sort of mentor, father figure type of relationship that he had with these kids.
The Florida activities,
by all accounts, I mean, the guy is just aces when it comes to his personal character. So seems a little odd there. You'd hate to see him run out of the game for something like that at the high school level.
It's a shame. It's the Florida Activities Association is a joke. First of all, it's a joke.
It's because they, like, if they didn't win and they finished with 4 wins, I'm sure this wouldn't happen. So it's like, it actually worked. He came Northwestern, which was a juggernaut for years. I don't know if it had fallen on hard times, but it was not competing like it once did. It was his program. He was a part of that ridiculous class that had a lot less good results than bad, but it was one of the great high school teams ever. And he went on to a really strong career. He always kept tabs with South Florida. He went back to raise back his, like, it's the kind of thing that we all grew up envisioning. You get to have the big moment, and then you come home and they cheer you. Like, it's what we all talk about, why we love sports, but these are literally the things of why we love sports. Like,
it's the kind of story that warms your heart to see a guy like this come back and take his time where he could be doing anything he wants to.
Exactly, Defo.
Yeah.
It warms your heart.
Yeah.
It warms your heart.
But very unfortunate that this has resulted in such ugliness, as they would say, and that I hope somehow they have a resolution where Bridgewater returns and doesn't suffer any consequences from whatever it was that he was doing.
Who found the story?
I have no idea.
That I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Well, who wrote the story?
I've just seen reports.
I saw,
I didn't see one person credited with this person broke the stupid ass story that is suspending a guy for doing good. Like, I've just seen a lot of people discussing it.
Yeah. I mean, it is a fact. I mean, he was.
No, he broke a rule, but it's.
And he wasn't denying that he did any of these things. It wasn't like he was saying, no, this is all BS. I mean, so, I mean, open. I mean, maybe what needs to change is the rules. Let's put it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the rules got to change.
Yeah, more so than Bridgewater being out of football. You'd hate to see this because I really do. I always love this when I see some former pro that has made millions of dollars. Bridgewater had any number of lucrative contracts, fulfilling them all. And look, this guy could be doing anything he wants to do. It's not like he's personally benefiting from being a high school coach. He doesn't seem to be with the ambitions of being a college coach. I don't know that that's why he's doing it. He probably could have gotten an assistant job in the pros if he really pursued
100%.
it. So, a great story turned a little bit south, and unfortunately for reasons that seem to be the antithesis of what you would look for in these spots. Because, look, helping a kid get a ride home so, he can, actually have some food on the table with his family didn't seem like it was too outrageous, but I guess it's outside the guidelines there. You
It's
better
not.
use your influence, Tony. Talk to that
Yeah,
high
exactly. If
school
anyone can help.
association and say, hey, what the hell are you doing here? Unbelievable. All right, Tony, we got to run for Lubie's
Yes, sir.
doctor's appointment here.
Good luck, Lubie.
Thank
And,
you, sir. I'll keep you posted.
always a
Good luck.
pleasure. Looking good, Tony Segreto. I'm glad
Great.
you're enjoying it. Get out there, breathe in that fresh air, man. I can see those pillowy white clouds in the back. I'm going to get out here in the heat there and schwitz my brains out so I can suck down 2 beers after my walk of life. All right, Tony, thanks, man. Tony Segreto, ladies and gentlemen. All school with Tony Segreto. Lubie, good luck with everything.
Thank you, sir.
And we will catch you later on, I think, somewhere. Do we know where?
Our homes today.
Okay.
Your favorite, our home show.
My favorite locations. All right.
Exactly.
Although I got to say that taco craft of food there is great.
I give them credit for doing things like, because that's whenever we get, and I know people make fun of Taco Bell, but we'll get it from time to time. But whenever I step back, I'm like, everything is the exact same food, just in different shapes.
Exactly.
That's not the case at Taco Craft.
No, I mean, a burrito is the same as a taco, is the same as an empanada, whatever they give you there. That is true. Taco Craft, though, I mean, what I really like about it is you're thinking tacos, that's going to ruin my diet, but they really have some very healthy options.
Yep.
That still have a ton of flavor. So,
Yep.
I mean, they do a real good job with that. Those bowls are really, really good there. And
Great.
What they name? Like a couple of dozen happy hours they had going. So,
Yep.
All right, Libby, you got to run. So we'll catch you later on. Thanks so much
Yes,
as
sir.
always. And we'll have the full blown version of the show tomorrow. Probably
Should have a
with
trivia challenge. Should have a trivia challenge.
we'll catch you then, 8:00 tomorrow morning with the next edition of the Defo Show. As we leave you on that.
The time.
It's 8:33.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
Look what they done.